say that, oh, she paid me millions for Malaika. No, she didn't pay me millions. She paid me 500,000 naira for the lead character in Malaika. That's how much she paid me after the job, and she paid me like weeks later. This video is going to be talking about what transpired between myself, Abike Sugar, and Toyin Abraham, and also every other person attached to the story.
Abike Sugar has finally spoken about what really happened between her and Toyin Abraham. And honestly, this whole situation just feels deeper than what is actually going on online. Well, after watching everything, I don't even see it as a pure beef though. It looks more like a relationship that started with good intentions but slowly broken down over time. From Abike's side of the story, she actually made it clear that some of the things people assume were actually not true. Why? Because, for example, the old sewing machine story she talked about, that she bought it herself and Toyin only sent her 50,000 naira after she went viral. That only already shows how social media can actually exaggerate things. Then there is the movie issues. Imagine turning down a paid opportunity because you believe in someone, only to find out your sin were actually caught without a proper communication. That really hurt, right? That kind of thing doesn't just hurt though. Personally, it affects trust. So she also talked about how she was creating content for Toyin's brand, mostly for free, just out of loyalty. Even when she had better paying influencing deals, she stayed because she valued the relationship. And to me, that is where things started getting emotional, when loyalty is no longer balanced. So the situation with the PR package from Funke Akindele also stood out from how she explained it though. She tried to be respectful by informing Toyin Abraham before posting, but it still turned into a major issue. Why? Because that tells me there was already tension beneath the surface which everyone doesn't know about. So what actually shocked me the most was the part about control and fear. If someone actually says they would ruin your life if you leave them, that is not mentorship anymore. That is something else entirely. And I can understand why that moment would make anyone step back and choose their peace. And also, she mentioned losing opportunities and going through a really dark period, isolating herself, not eating, crying consistently. That part is crazy and it's easy to overlook, right? But it shows the real impact of all these are beyond social media.
So they don't collect percentage from any of my acting gigs because the money was not a lot. So they said, no, any acting gig that you have, just have the money. We can always collect percentage from any other thing, but the acting gig, we don't collect percentage from that. And she paid me the money. They were disappointed. I was happy because I didn't care about the money. I just wanted to do something at least. But before then, we were having like serious issues. Sometimes she would randomly call me and tell me that, oh, she saw my comment on somebody's post and I will not think that I did not see her. So it was feeling like a monitoring spirit. I'm sorry, but that was how it felt. And it was making me so overwhelmed. I would complain to my mom that I don't like the kind of relationship I don't like where this relationship is headed. Because the vision for me wasn't a godmother and a goddaughter relationship, because I have a mommy and I have other people that are in my life, of course. So it wasn't this is how you should do it. This is how you should do it. No, that's not the relationship that I envisioned for myself. So I didn't like where it was headed. I would complain to my mom sometimes that, should I mute this person because I'm commenting on her page? Of course, she gave me a job. If I deliver sometimes, and when I did, she must be obeyed to. It almost caused issue because that was my paying job. But she called me to tell me that, it was a lot for me, but I was trying to manage it. And also with the help of my mom and, people around me, I was trying to manage it. They'll tell me that I think it's high time that you stop this thing. It's not even giving you as much money, but it gives you so much problem. I said, no, that let me do, maybe after Malaika, if I don't see what my eyes won't see, I go come out. So yeah, let's now talk about after Malaika, which was during the process of, promoting Malaika and doing the job. I've been seeing comments like, oh, she wasn't promoting Malaika enough. she wasn't posting as much. I can tell you for a fact that the videos that we shot for Malaika was over 100 videos for the promotion of Malaika alone. I invited my friends on set. I was scripting everything that we were doing, the outfits and everything. I was the one doing everything. I was in our DMs. There are chats where I would send, inspos to her. Mama, this is what you should do. This is what you should do. She should also send ideas to me that, oh, how can we make this work? We'd brainstorm and try to make things work. We didn't shoot at all. And I'm serious about it because my friend is the videographer and he has all the shots. We shot over 100 videos. So the timing for posting is not on me. Mama decides when we should post. Post this morning, 9 a.m. Post this time, so time. The only time when I post according to my will is when I do my own personal content for Malaika. And I think my personal content that I did, because we already have series of videos, I only did like 2 personal contents, which was, there was one where I was kneeling down, I posted that, and something else. So yes, while we were shooting for Malaika project, Ada, I think it was Ada or Modadi that was out during that period. I saw her post Ada or Modadi on her page while we were also promoting Malaika. We were outside her house and I asked her that why are you posting Ada or Modadi? That I just want to know that is it not clash of, She now said no. She told me by herself. She said no, that we are colleagues. You at least, if you cannot do meet and greet for them or go on set or anything, promote at least once, post it on your page to show support. And she also told me that she will be attending the premiere, and she would also, if she has time, that she would go for the meet and greet. Don't forget that I dished a job before then because I thought that it was clash of interest. So immediately she told me that I inhaled it and learnt my lesson. I said, oh, okay, that I've learned something. I feel like, because you're also promoting a cinema project, that you're not supposed to post another cinema project. She said no, that it is support. At least show support once, that if she can go for the meet and greet once, that she will just surprise Messi Aigbe and go for the meet and greet. So I inhaled that and, just learnt my lessons silently. Then she told her that Abike is in Malaika. Help me replace Abike with somebody else. So my manager, of course, gave me feedback that it's time for I think it was Tribe of Judah. Yes, it was Tribe of Judah. It's time for Tribe of Judah promotion. Funke Akindele said I should replace you with somebody else for the promotion. Toyin Abraham already told me that at least post once for people that you are cool with. So I said that to my manager. I have a text of that conversation. So in case there is a need later after this video to show the conversation. So I sent that message to my manager. She now forwarded it back to Funke Akindele. Funke Akindele now said that are you sure? She said, I now told her that yes, that she later called. I told her that yes, that it was Mama Toyin Abraham that told me that at least post once for your colleague, even though you are releasing during the same period. She said, okay, no, that's Toyin Abraham, and I did not unfollow her. I didn't do any of those. She blocked me, and later during conversations before the premiere, because this whole thing happened before. Yeah, it happened. Was it before the premiere? Yes, it happened before the premiere.
At the end of the day, I actually feel like this whole situation is a lesson. Not every relationship, whether mentorship or friendship, is meant to last forever. And sometimes choosing yourself will come with a cost, but it is still necessary. As for the recent attempt to reconnect, I honestly understand why she said no. Healing doesn't always means going back. It can also means moving forward. Yeah, that's how I see it though. I don't know about you. And if you think otherwise, say your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notification bell, like and share this video. Thank you for watching. Stay connected, stay happy, stay safe.